Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is James White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 23. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Dolphin football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
I'm a goon, dude. I'm a goon. Triple covered. I throw it to him.
Pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and take it all the way for a touchdown.
So dumb. I hate myself.
Isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Let's go, tackle, let's go.
3rd and long here for Rosen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Ready. 10 Lobo. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. That is caught at the 7. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd down now, it's White. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Middle.
On third down, Rosen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Set up. 70. Indy. Hey, Delta. Screen. Watch the screen.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. Looking
for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. Washington's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 26 and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, quarter.
Now it's Rosen. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hug, hug. Check, 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 check.
First down, here's White. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
59. I got him. Switch, switch. SOS.
Play action here with Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's right. Just the train tracks, baby. Just the train tracks.
It's now 3rd down. That's the end of the first quarter.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Steelers 7.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Joker, joker. Slam.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Here's Rosen to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Hey, alert. Here we go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, it's White. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They come up in an offset eye.
What's the curl? Check 43. He's checking.
They'll run. This is White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Running out of the gun with White. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Right there. It's now 3rd and goal.
Tonight, 180. Hug. Hey, check right. Right here.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. Twist.
2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Ready up. They gonna need some therapy. Hey, high 7. Get it.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Ready.
Mike's 50. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Steelers 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 9, check 9. Bang, 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 bang.
To throw is Rosen. And his throw here is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Rosen will throw. Going top shot for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Here's Rosen. And this one caught by Travis Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Let's make these babies cry.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Deuce. 36.
They'll run with White. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going right side is White. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Keep playing the Let's get it.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
To throw again on second down. Rosen. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, 1 set. Check, Mike. 50. 80. 54.
And now it's Rosen looking, staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Now Rosen looking to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Rosen, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Rosen now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Rosen off the play action. He's going to launch it for Washington. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
It's me and you. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. It's our time.
chosen to throw again. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here.
Set, ready, 30 base. I'm coming.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff looking right. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Back to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Monday. Check, 59.
Now Rosen. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Okay, double. Monday.
Now it's Rosen. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Two times.
He'll look to throw. It's complete. James White. A gain of 37.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Rosen to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. You got nothing yet. You got nothing. Shoot.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now this throw complete to Washington. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Rosen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's White. And an alley to run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight. Hey, alert, alert.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Today, 180. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, deep. Man up, deep. Man up, deep. Middle.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Today, 180. Mike 54. Here we go. 80.
Now Rosen on first down. That's caught by Hollister. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 15-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Let him know.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive starts with a run by White. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, every day, any day.
On play action, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mike's partner. Quarter. Check. Hot route. Hot. Switch it. Come on, switch. Hey, quarter. He's coming. We got double up.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a hit and a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
We go. 18 Gator.
Oh, yeah.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holloway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Kill. 80.
And now it's Rosen looking. And the catch made by Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You can have the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's Rosen. It's Kelsey on the grab. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Come on, D.
Rosen will throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Watch out.
They'll run on first down. It's White, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rosen. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Going to give this time to the tailback. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Johnson was the intended receiver.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And Lobo. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
54. And watch the leg. Kill. Hard. Alert.
To throw is Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Alert, flare. Alert. Hard.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Dolphins, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.